Hello my friends and welcome to a new video for Infinity Kingdom. This is Pyakia, an official Breath of Soccer. If you are familiar with my videos, I talked about my previous video about my build for the Titan Tolla, and also I made a good build for the Time Rift Breaker. And my core damage for this bosses was Hippolyta. Hippolyta I was using some skills, not this one. It was full coverage I believe. And for this combination I'm using this or the same combination on my Fire March. So I have to talk in details why am I using these skills and why on Hippolyta especially, and what are the effects for every skill combining them together. So on my Fire March I'm using Hippolyta, Trajan, Sign Duke and Empresso. I'm not going to describe my Fire March, but just showing you that I'm using 5 immortals of the same element, or 4 immortals and the dragon, so 5 deployed units with the same element. And on Hippolyta I'm using corrosive power. I used to use corrosive power on my Sign Duke, but on my Hippolyta, corrosive power makes my Hippolyta spam her ultimate skill. And for this we can check any report, we can check the defense defeat here, and my fire was the last. Here we want fire versus lightning, and we can check fire versus fire. In 30 seconds we can check that Hippolyta used her ultimate skill like 4 times or 8 times. 8 times because with every cast Hippolyta can cast 7 fire pillars. So 7 fire pillars multiplied by 4 is 28, and multiplied by 5, so this 5 attempts is going to be 35. So this is 31 attempts, maybe because the battle ended before the last couple of pillars fell down from the sky. Got my point, guys, right? And why am I just spectating the flaming smite damage, not total coverage, since full coverage is a skill that deals damage? Because especially I'm using full coverage because this skill I'm not counting on the damage of full coverage alone. It deals damage of the release of energy, and I will release my energy for Hippolyta a lot because I have corrosive power. So these skills are like synchronization between each other, and also I'm using Victorious Pursuit to increase the damage for my ultimate skill and also increase the damage from total coverage itself. Why? Because this skill deals the every time I deal damage with my ultimate skill, it increases the damage I deal by 5%, and it is stackable up to 10 times. So when I release my ultimate skill, I will release 7 pillars, so I will have 35% more damage, and full coverage will deal damage increased by 35% because total coverage is going to have the effect of Victorious Pursuit. After all these damages being released with 7 pillars coming from the sky, 7 pillars might have trigger critical hits. So after dealing direct damage, no damage over time, with an ultimate skill 3 times, restore 200 energy. And as I showed you in some previous videos about corrosive power skill review, this skill here restored lots of, sorry for the bad connection, this skill released lots of energy. And yeah, I had bad connection because we have a bad weather right now, and these skills are like synchronization between each other. I really like them together, and if I would use them, if I have a Holy March for example, I would use Victorious Pursuit alongside with corrosive power on maybe Kublai Khan for example, also total coverage. These 3 skills I would prefer using them on an immortal that have a high energy region or above average energy region, because when I used them on Sign Duke, they didn't give me enough like output or the impact on game, because the energy region for Sign Duke is 76, and for the first cast of Sign Duke ultimate skill, Yeah, she deals lots of damage with her ultimate skill, but the first cost has like a huge delay. I didn't like the delay for Sandyuk, so it was like 30% delay for my Sandyuk. Here I can show you my Fire Marsh versus Aruha Earth Marsh with Loki. Can show you the damage. The damage Empress Wu here didn't deal 10 million damage combined. She is using Spell Disintegrator. She's using even Annihilation, and I believe she's using Chase on my Empress. Where is Chase? Yeah, I have using Chase, and she didn't even trigger a lot, or didn't even trigger once in 55 seconds. I had 33% critical hits from Imperial Fire. Annihilation has 14% critical, and Spell Disintegrator didn't critical at all. Normal attacks. Did Aruha use Malice here? Yeah, it was using Malice on Charles, and I believe the equipment for these immortals are using like Resilience as well. But my Hippolyta doesn't need critical much, even though critical would be good use, but Flaming Smite can deal massive damage alongside with total coverage because they have more percentage damage bonus from Victorious Pursuit. And Corrosive Power will make me keep spamming my like critical with my ultimate skill, even though if I'm not going to trigger critical, I'm going to spam my ultimate skill with an increase of the 60% of the damage. We can see here any other attacks. Angry Beast, some reports because I was using here fire in the first. That was 30%, sorry, 30 seconds fight, because this is not a good like a good really spent gems on the water dragon. It is only 4 and 4. If it was 8 and 8, it was something better. This is 7 and 7 Ignitus with Hippolyta Hannibal, even though with Storm Strike and Fear of Domination. Wait, he has lots of stress skills. Smite as well, and on Hippolyta that's Flaming Protection and Caution. I'm curious what is this march, even though in 18 seconds my Hippolyta just finished the game. Another Shadow March here, and let's see the damage that came. Maybe Hippolyta got damage from, yeah, if Hippolyta didn't get damage from the dragon, because the dragon main skill, it deals true damage to one random enemy unit and inflicts mental decay. When an enemy unit in the battlefield receives damage, targets with the mental decay receives 10% of that damage. So if this Dark Breath of the Shadow Dragon and the opponent didn't hit my Hippolyta, for example, if it did hit Rajan, Hippolyta would finish the fight with at least 50% of these rolls. And another synchronization here, I'm using Trajan. Trajan with his ultimate skill, bless all allies units with the flame improvement or empowerment. Sorry, not improvement. What needs improvement is my like the way I'm talking. Increasing their critical damage by 30%. When a fire immortal deals damage with the ultimate skill, immortal's critical chance will be increased by 10% for 6 seconds, stackable up to 5 times. So Trajan here helps my Hippolyta to deal more critical, but yeah, their skills, even though if I'm not having Trajan, I would definitely deal lots of damages combining these skills together. If you have these skills together, guys, I encourage you to use them, especially on Hippolyta. Tell me your thoughts about it, and tell me your thoughts about my build. Even though if you don't have it, you can try to test it in the open arena. Here you can check open arena, you can choose like a fire march, and on the fire march you can use these skills on Hippolyta. And that's all for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.